You're listening and tuning into
Ethic Radio.
Broadcasting live from Los Angeles, California. Hey yo, what's up? You listening and tuning into Ethic Radio. I am your host with the most, AC Ceenno, here from Los Angeles, California. Welcome to Ethic Radio After Dark. You know what I'm saying? We just sitting here in the cut, chilling, bumping some hip hop joints. You know, I got my good friend here on the line, Ivory Black. Yo, Ivory, say what's up, man.
Peace. What up? What's up, people listening? Feeling good.
Feeling good on here. Yeah, so we on the line. So look, I'm about to play some cuts, and then Ivory Black and I are gonna be having a great conversation right here on Ethic Radio. So y'all kick back and listen to the good joints I'm about to play here on the air, right here on Ethic Radio. Yeah, what's up? Right there,
what's up, man?
You know what I'm saying? You listening on Ethic Radio. I got Ivory Black on here. That was his beat right there we was just playing right here. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Yo. So what's up, man? What's good, dog? How's your day been? You know what I'm saying?
It's been good, man. It's been good. Just trying to stay cool out here in the San Bernardino, man. Out here in the IE, man. It's been real hot the past few couple of the days. You know what I mean?
Is that right?
Yeah, just chilling with the lady and the kid, you know what I mean? Trying to stay cool. You know
that's
what I mean?
what's up.
Went out to the beach today and stuff, you know? Just chilling.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. Just chilling.
Mm-hmm.
Just chilling. Yeah, so let me introduce you properly on here live on the air. So this is Ivory Black, and he was known as Unite C, and he's one of the legendary hip-hop producers. He worked with David Mnemonic and still work with David Mnemonic from beatgrade.com. And also, he was on Delicious Vinyl Records, you know what I'm saying, in this whole movement of hip-hop. Man, he got some dope tracks, and I will be playing that here on Ethic Radio. So, Ivory Black, man, why don't you tell the listeners out there about yourself, how you started in the music business, and what inspired you to get into the music?
Wow, man, it's I mean, I'm kind of young now, so I'm 27. So it's kind of weird for people to hear my music because it sounds more like, your classic, hip hop, boom bap kind of stuff. So
Yeah,
the way I got started though, man, I actually started how a lot of the legends started b-boying and writing. You know what I mean? I started with hip hop as a culture. That's how I was introduced to it through b-boying.
yeah,
So I used to b-boy, I used to write, and then I was always the one in the crew, you know what I mean? The little
yeah.
b-boy crews, I was always the one playing the music, you know what I mean? Because I had a real knowledge for the music and a real feel.
And see, you a DJ as well too, right?
Yeah, yeah. I just started DJing recently, actually, like, seriously. But
Yeah.
with the whole music thing, I started with production first,
Right.
But
Right.
yeah, I've always had a knowledge for, hip hop music. I've always been into music since I was a kid.
Right.
You know
Right.
what I mean? I just, my mom, I never really wanted me to get into hip hop because she, always heard the negative stuff. You know what I mean? Back when, back in the early '90s when all the, gangster rap and stuff was out
Right.
and everything, she never let me listen to it. So I kind of had to like sneak around and
Yeah, I can
listen
relate to
hip-hop.
that. I can
You know
relate.
what I mean?
I can
Yeah,
relate.
so it's like I've always liked it, but I never really knew how to do it or knew what it was about until I started b-boying
Right.
and, writing and, doing trains and walls, you know what I mean? All that kind of stuff.
So how old was you when you first started doing music with the B-boy movement?
How
and
old was I?
everything? Yeah, how old was you?
I was like, I started probably like in middle school, so I was probably about like maybe 13 or 14 years old. The first actual music that I did, you know what I mean, from scratch. And
Okay.
I never really was introduced to like an NPC or anything that was like hip hop affiliated until I was older. But
Right.
I messed around with keyboards and guitars and little stuff like that, little like beat machines and stuff when I was younger.
So what kind of
I mean?
guitar can you play? Can you play like electric, bass line?
Yeah, I play. Yeah, I can play. I play mainly acoustic.
Okay.
I like finger style acoustic. I mean, my musical knowledge. I don't just do hip hop. I love all forms of music. You
All
know what I mean?
genres of music.
I try to stay open to all of that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Right.
I play guitar. I can play a little bit of keys. You know what I mean? Bass guitar. I can play drums. Whatever.
That's what's
Yeah.
up, man. That's
Yeah.
what's up. You know, man. I mean,
hmm
you sure can. You're very versatile, multi
Yeah, I
talented,
try
and
to be,
everything.
man. I try to keep my. So that's the thing, I try to really keep my mind open to everything. I think that's a big problem within the hip hop community right now. It's like on both sides of the game. You got the mainstream game and you got the underground game, which I don't even like to say to
Right.
begin with. You know what I mean? I look at hip hop as a whole, but you got a lot of cats in the game that are, closed-minded, man. They only listen to hip hop or, this and that really.
It's
You
very
know,
frustrating. I
It's
can
very
imagine.
frustrating. It's very, very frustrating, when people have closed mind.
And I totally
Um,
understand that from a producer's point of view,
Yeah.
because like with me recording albums and making beats, I try to be versatile with making music and try to give something that people can cater to, which it can be a tough challenge sometimes because like there are some people that don't like rap, but
Mhm.
if you make the kind of track that have a rap tune to it with with some kind of like R&B element into the music,
Right.
that's what attracts the attention
Right.
of the listener. that doesn't really listen to hip hop like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, it's important. I think that's really relevant in the game right now. I mean, you've got all types of people who are on the radio who are doing. I mean, hip hop influenced everything that's on the radio right now. It's like every song you hear has got some kind of rhyme in it. You know what I mean? Like, or it's got that feel in it. That certain hip hop feel. And that's the evolution of it and everything. But it is important.
Right.
Kind of be versatile and just look at it as a whole. You never want to not. It's just a whole closed-minded thing. Yeah.
Right.
I mean?
It is.
Yeah.
It is. So, how do you feel about hip hop evolving from the whole analog world,
right,
and now it's into the digital world? How do you feel about that? The change of it, whole transition.
I think it's lovely. I love everything about it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Actually, I really, really don't listen to a whole lot of that. I get down to the classic stuff. I'm just a classic head like that, boom bap, chopping up records. I just love that sound. But like you said, the digital world, I'm all for it. And I think it's cool that
it's changed for the better.
The younger generation is it's changing, and it should. You know what I mean? It shouldn't stay the same. You know what I mean? It's not. It's I like to say to people who don't really understand it, I like to say it's kind of like rock and roll. If you look at rock and roll,
yeah,
when it first came out, it stayed a certain way for a long time. You know what I mean?
Very long time.
You had people in the rock and roll world saying, oh, rock and roll should stay this way, but you had more new people coming in and changing the sound of it and doing different things, and it evolved. You know what I mean? And then it was finally recognized as music, you know what I mean, amongst everybody,
Right. Real talk.
And so I feel like, because hip hop is still, it is kind of still young, you know what I mean? It's not that old.
No, hip hop will never get old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not. It's it's music. It's expression. It's art.
It doesn't. It's time, right? Because it doesn't have an age limit to hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
it's art. It's expression, and you should be able to express the way you want to, and you should be accepted. You know what I mean? So
and they deserve the recognition as well, because there's so much good hip hop music out there that people never really heard of before. Definitely. It's not a lot of independent radio stations such as myself that are spinning music that's different and that's unique for the people to hear. You know what I'm saying?
Independent is definitely the modern movement within hip hop right now. Definitely. You know what I mean? It's like, it's so important. It's like, if you don't, it's not like, it used to be, the major record labels and stuff.
Right.
It's not like that anymore. You have to really, really, really like stay in tune to that stuff if you're serious about it,
Pretty much.
So, yeah.
Pretty much, man. I mean, the struggle is real, especially in this business, because it's like, it's so hard to really sell records unless you're doing shows and unless you're putting your own money up. And you pretty much putting your records out there, on your own yourself, which, people like Beat Grade that's embracing the new era of getting artists heard and stuff like that.
Right.
I mean, it's a good opportunity. It's a good move. And then we having TuneCore to where you can get distribution to put out your music.
Right.
And collect royalties with your music.
Yeah.
And you can collect revenue for record sales and for YouTube videos and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah, I think the digital age, man, it's like even like CDs and physical stuff now in your hands has lost value. You know what I mean?
A lot of value.
Yeah, it's like I don't even, I'm 27. I mean, I'm not terribly old, but even the younger people that I'm around, like I don't know anybody who uses CDs anymore. I really don't. You
Yeah,
know, it's like,
because every consumer is tuning into music from their cell phone and their
hmm
iPad while they're on the
right,
go through
right,
school, or if
right,
they're jogging somewhere, or if they're
right,
going to the
right,
gym, or
right.
high school kids are just hanging out,
hmm
or you could see a guy walking down the street
hmm
listening to music you never heard of from his
hmm
cell phone. And
Right,
I've seen that
right.
happen all the time. It's like
Oh
every
yeah.
day.
I
So,
mean, well, it's expanded. It's expanded the. I mean, it's expanded as much. You know, you can carry all music in the world with you now.
right,
If you think about it like that, it's, you know, once you think about it like that, it kind of opens up, you know, a mindset on the things that you have to do. You know,
right.
in the game, and you know, if you think about it like that, it's like, you know, you really gotta. It's just crazy, man. It's so
It is.
crazy.
It's a
Yeah,
crazy business,
yeah.
especially
But
the
it's
way.
beautiful at the same time. I love
Yeah.
it. I love it, man.
Oh
It's
yeah,
just
I love it
the
too.
evolution of all of everything is just
Yeah.
so cool to watch, you know.
Yeah.
So,
It's a beautiful thing, man. Because
mhm,
like, that's why I've always tell people, and this is what like really made me build my own broadcasting network was
mhm,
like there were the stations that was behind the times. You see what I'm
right,
saying? And
right,
you have to keep up with the times because everybody all over the world is tuning in and
mhm,
listening to Ethic Radio,
mhm.
you know.
Yeah, it's
And
dope, man.
not only that is you get to hear artists, you get to hear old school music, you get to
Mhm,
listen to hip hop music,
mhm.
you get to pretty much listen to anything that you really don't hear on the major radio stations like that anymore.
Right, right. I think it's a big thing that's been lost
Right,
amongst radio and DJing. You know what I mean? You know, it's like it, you know, playing music that people haven't heard yet. You know what I mean? Because if
right,
it I mean, it still is kind of going on with the whole, you know, the record companies and the radios deciding what's hot and what's not hot. You know what I
right,
mean?
right.
But, you know, I think that's, you know, a lot of that has kind of been lost. You know what I mean? With playing independent music and stuff that people haven't heard yet. You know, it used to be like, oh, the DJ plays this song and that's what's hot. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
whatever the DJ is playing, that's what's hot. You know what I mean? And I feel like we've lost a lot of that, but you know,
Yeah, and there's a
you
reason
see it
behind
here
it
and
too.
there. You know, and it's definitely good to keep that alive. You know what I mean?
Right, and
You
it's a
know,
it's a
so.
story behind that because from
Mm-hmm,
my research,
mm-hmm,
when BET have got bought out and the box have got bought out
mm-hmm.
by Viacom,
Right.
they had a bias to come in and exclude all the hip hop conscious music
Yeah,
off the
man.
mainstream, and that's what
Right.
happened.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So anything
Yeah.
that related to conscious hip hop,
Right.
they was not trying to embrace that on the mainstream like that anymore. And that's when it changed, and they started naming some hip hop artists that was doing conscious music to say, "Nah, we're
Mm-hmm.
not gonna play this on the mainstream radio, nor
Yeah.
they're not playing it on BET like that anymore, or they're not
Right.
gonna play it on MTV too because
Mm-hmm.
MTV had bought out the box." And that was an era where a lot of independent artists could get a video done, and people get to request to see the video as many times
Right.
as they want
Right.
back in the
Yeah.
day. And
Man.
that's when it changed for the worse on that when they
Right.
stopped doing that, and they was cutting all that out, and this was like in the beginning of 2000, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. You could definitely see a major. I mean, honestly, like, you know, I was still in high school when all of that, when, you know, actually middle school, 2000. You know what I mean? So, uh, watching MTV back then was, you know, I remember seeing stuff like Busta Rhymes, "Give Me
Mm.
Some More." You remember
Yeah.
that one? Well,
Yeah.
yeah, "Give Me Some More," and like the one he did with Janet Jackson and stuff. That was when I was watching MTV. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I remember watching MTV and actually being able to see music. You know what I
Right.
mean? Stuff about music change. You know, tuning into MTV. Nowadays, it's not like that. I don't even know why they call it MTV anymore, honestly. But
Well, because
you know,
MTV doesn't play music videos anymore. They're
right,
more into reality shows now
right.
instead of playing music.
See, I don't see, but that yeah, I just don't understand why they call it music TV anymore. Just because it's not really affiliated with music anymore, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's weird.
It's beyond weird. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that's why like some things got to give because it's like I
Hmm.
said, the game is kind of
It's got
changed
to
for the better
evolve,
and
though. You know
worse.
what I mean? And I try not to hate too much about it. You know what I mean? I'll try to just stay open to it and stay aware and kind of just let things happen. You know what I mean? And just focus on my own thing. You know? And I think
Right.
I think it's cool that things, should be able to evolve. You know, everything should. You
Pretty
know, so
much.
yeah,
Pretty
just
much.
as long as it's evolving and it's not stagnant. You know what I mean? Just kind of sitting there and doing nothing. You know, so
Pretty much. Pretty
right,
much.
yeah.
I mean, and it's a crazy, crazy thing, man. Just to really experience the change, especially in the whole transitional standpoint of change.
Yeah.
You know,
It's weird it's definitely weird for me too, because it's like I was born, in '88, so it's like when I was I didn't really grow. I wasn't able to actually experience a lot of the early years of hip hop, but I do know about all of it. You know what I mean? I've done my research and everything. So
right,
I know my roots and I know about everything. But it's just weird from my generation because we're in between you know the golden era per se and
yeah,
the new generation era. You know what I mean? It's like so it's kind of hard for us to find a balance.
right,
You know,
right. So,
so.
so, so tell me, man. So, how did you connect with David Pneumonic from Beat Grade? Give us an intake on that, man. How y'all connected?
That's a crazy story. Well, I actually, really, I didn't start officially making beats, seriously until about like 2008,
Okay,
early 2008.
right.
So during that time, I was b-boying, writing, doing all this and that, and I was living out in Pasadena with my brother, and things got hard, so I moved. My parents moved out to Iowa.
Oh, okay. Iowa.
Yeah, Iowa. That's by Illinois, Minnesota area,
Okay.
Midwest.
Okay.
Tornado Alley, and they moved to a small town called Toledo,
Yeah.
and that's in the middle of nowhere. It's very isolated, and the house has been in our family for 100 years now. You know what I mean? So I moved out to that house, and that's why I really developed the sound that I have and the skills that I have. That's where I really developed and found myself with
Okay.
music.
Right.
Because there's nothing else to do out there. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Right.
it's like you stay in the lab all day, and just make music. But anyways, I was making music and I discovered this website online called realhiphop.com. Shout out to them, actually. Dope site.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just about hip hop culture and a lot of producers, MCs, writers, b-boys, all types of stuff on there. And I ran into this guy. He went by the name of Agent X.
Agent X.
Yeah, Agent
Okay.
X, and he's He's one of the co-founders of the website.
Oh, okay.
With what's her name? La Chinita.
Yeah.
And she's out in the Bronx in New York.
Oh, that's what's up.
And Agent X lives out in the San Fernando Valley out here in LA. So, I was talking to him, and we started doing, tracks together. I was producing tracks, and he was, writing over them, recording and stuff. And he used to hang out over there at the Pico Youth Center in Santa Monica.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he used to hang out over there, and that's where Mnemonic used to hang out as well. So he, posted some of Mnemonic stuff on there, and I was like, "Who's this guy in Mnemonic?" You know what I mean? He did the Mnemonic Radio album, and yeah, I just connected with him. So I got real serious with music, real serious, to the point where I felt like I could make it within the music industry. So I moved out here. I moved back out here. I mean, and connected with Mnemonic and Agent X and stuff, and that's how I met him. And we just started just building. Making tracks, digging through records, and just vibing. So
that's what's up. That's what's up.
I connected with him.
Yeah, that's cool. Hey, so look. We're gonna go into a break right quick, and this is a great story, man. So we need to hold that thought, because I want the listeners right here, out there, right here on Ethic Radio, hear this beat right here. And but yeah, y'all stay tuned. We right back. We're gonna play this joint right quick, and you're listening and tuning to Ethic Radio right here. So we'll be right back. Stay tuned. Ethic Record Films presents.
As far as, is we having a black president, I think Obama is the second black president that we had in American history.
When it comes to African American history, it is so codified and so covered that I've just read some of those, and they've named about there were 5 different folks that they claim were before it was really George Washington, and then in between that we've had several people of African heritage.
It's a lot of stuff that our people have done and has been excluded out of the history books, because they don't want us to know anything about us, what our people have.
Martin Luther King Jr. was a civil rights activist, and during his days of studying, Gandhi and applying this, his education towards Morehouse, which is a college for black men.
The importance of Dr. King's legacy to me is just, it's a story of faith, humility, and strength, you know what I mean, to go through that struggle and still be able to.
Order Black History Story now and today at www.ethicrecordfilms.com. Again, order Black History Story documentary movie, The Past and the Present, right now at ethicrecordfilms.com.
Meditation doesn't have a reason or doesn't have a purpose, and in this respect it's unlike almost all other things that we do, except perhaps making music and dancing. Because when we make music, we don't do it in order to reach a certain point, such as the end of the composition. If that were the purpose of music, to get to the end of the piece, then obviously the fastest players would be the best. And so likewise, when we're dancing, we are not aiming to arrive at a particular place on the floor, as we would be if we were taking...
Yeah. We back. Welcome back. We right here, listening to some of them good joints right here. I'm your host with the most, AC Ceenno, and I got Ivory Black right here, live on the air. Yo, Ivory, what's up?
What up?
You know what I'm saying? So finish telling us the story about you and David Mnemonic and Beat Grade and all that.
Well, I mean, we met online basically. I discovered some of his music videos through Agent X and RealHipHopForever.com. Shout out to them. So I discovered them, came out here to LA, or I live out here in the IE, and I should drive out to LA and build with Mnemonic and stuff. So we just kind of started building and digging records at Amoeba and record, what is that place called? Record, it's over in Venice, amazing record store. We used to go over there. That's back when Mnemonic used to live in over there in Venice.
Oh, okay.
And so I used to just go out there, and man, we used to have these beat sessions, man, where it was just like, it was crazy. We would just go and we would go to the record stores for like 6-7 hours, go out, just vibe, listen to music, and buy a whole slew of records, and then just go home and just like make
chop
beats
them up,
straight chop them up for and everything, like hours and hours and hours, like 10 or 12 hour sessions at a time,
Right.
So it's like, man, it's just some of the best memories I have doing music. You know what I mean? Just so good. I met a lot of people, through Delicious Vinyl and just random people. Just
so
good times.
Tell us about how you got with Delicious Vinyl. How that came about.
I was never really officially with them. I was never actually really officially with Delicious Vinyl, but I know Mnemonic is really good friends with Fat Lip from the Far Side, which any hip hop head knows that's
about Far Side.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Drop,
it's basically the Tribe Called Quest of LA, you know what I mean? It was the jazzy, real hip hop kind of feel stuff.
Because it's a lot of hip hop out here in LA and Los Angeles, California.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. It's, if not it may even be the biggest hip hop spot, in the world right now. You know what I mean? If I'm not mistaken. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, but anyways, I met Fat Lip, and we were working on a little project with Fat Lip for Delicious Vinyl. That's how I really that's how I'm kind of affiliated with Delicious Vinyl. You know what I mean? Shout out to them. Just amazing.
Shout out to Delicious Vinyl. They still in business. They still in the game.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What they
Super
up to
crazy,
these
man.
days, man? Do you know what?
I'm not 100% hurt, 100%, positive to what they're up to, but I do know, there's this cat that's on Beat Grade,
Okay.
that has an interview on YouTube that David Mnemonic did. His name's Jansport J.
Yeah, I saw.
And he's, from what I hear, he's signed to a
Delicious
Vinyl.
That's
you know
what's
what I
up.
mean? So I think they are still doing, some hip hop stuff. I'm not really 100% sure on who they're putting out and stuff and what they're up to. But back when I was messing with them, it was Fat Lip and cats like that and stuff. So
That's what's up, man. I did saw him at the Beat Grade beat battle, which was dope. You know what I'm saying? That was a good
good
event.
to see him, man. I think it's really great that he's still, still doing all of this hip hop stuff, and it's crazy to see him in these kind of events. You know what I mean? Because you go in there and these are real hip hop events. You know what I mean? It's the culture 100%. You know what I mean?
Right.
You go in there and there's graffiti everywhere. There's b-boys, there's MCs, there's female MCs. It's the whole everything, the whole package. You know what I mean? And it's great to see that he's still in the culture like that. You know what I mean? So shout out to Fat Lip.
Yeah, shout out to Fat Lip from Far Side. They
Yeah.
need to get back. They need to come back together, man, and do a Far Side group again. Do like a whole reunion thing just for the heck of it.
I really wish they would, but honestly, it's kind of upsetting. But I really don't think that's gonna happen, just because
They all went their separate ways
yeah,
and stuff like
they all
that.
kind of went their separate ways. The game
They was like the
you know,
Five Heartbeats, kind of like, and just,
right? Yeah,
just
they
went
split
sour.
up. They did their thing. They made noise.
Yeah, they
They
did their
said what they
thing.
needed to say, and then they kind of just,
That's what's up.
They're
So
living
finish
their
the
lives,
story,
you know
man,
what I mean?
with you and David Mnemonic, man, with the whole connection thing, like how you guys
Yeah.
connected.
right. Yeah.
So how did that come about, with you and David
Yeah.
Mnemonic?
It's great, man. We actually went to back when I was working with him. I still am working with him. We're still, building and stuff. But back when I was going under the name Unite C,
Yeah.
we just making beats. We shot a couple videos, put them up online of us doing some live beats and stuff. We did a showcase at, I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but we went to this big show out here in LA in Chinatown called Beat Swap Meet.
Oh, okay. I never heard of it. I didn't know.
Yeah, it's an amazing event. You should definitely, people who don't know should definitely look them out there.
How can they
They're
look
good
them up?
people.
Do they have like a
You just,
website, a
you just
Facebook?
go-
Where can they find
Yeah,
it?
you just go to Google and just put in Beat, BEAT, and then Swap Meet, SWAP, and then MEET.
So it's called
Beat Swap Meet.
Beat
Yeah,
Swap
just look up
Meet.
Beat Swap Meet up, and they should have, a website. They should have a Facebook. They should have an Instagram. You know what I mean? They might even actually have a SoundCloud. I'm not 100% sure. But anyways, we did the producer showcase that they hold up there.
Okay.
With Fat Lip, and he performed. What was it? That he did? Passing Me By, and then I think he probably did Run as well.
Okay.
And that was
You kind of breaking up a
great-
little bit.
hello.
Yeah, you there?
Yeah.
Yeah, you was kind of breaking up a little
My
bit.
bad. Yeah, we did. We did the Beat Swap Meet producer showcase. And that was a good experience doing that with Fat Lip, and just it's basically a record event. You go and you dig. Record vendors come through, and you dig through crates and crates and crates. There's just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of crates. DJs come through, they perform, they have b-boy battles, they have live art. You know what I mean? People doing canvas, graffiti, or characters or whatever. And it's an amazing event. It happens. I think happens twice a year, and it's a free event. It's open to the public. and it's just a great place to discover artists and just network with people. You know what I mean? We did that, and then I remember going to an exclusive Delicious Vinyl party over there on Sunset Boulevard at the location that they called Freak City.
Okay.
They called it Freak City, and it was an exclusive party that that David Mnemonic was invited to, and he decided to bring me along, and that was just a a cool experience to be an exclusive record.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A record party like that, and it was just insane to see. I didn't even know half the people because they were so high up within the record industry. You know what I mean?
Right.
I just didn't even know them. It was crazy, and
that's what's up,
it was
man.
it was weird. It was held like in this. It's kind of like it was like a mansion. You go in and it's on Sunset Boulevard, which is kind of weird. And you go in and it's like a little clothing store, like kind of like a thrift shop style.
Yeah.
But there's like graffiti everywhere and stuff. And one of the guys that worked for Delicious Vinyl used to live in this shop.
Okay.
Because it looked like a mansion, and it had like this staircase and the whole 9 yards.
And the guy actually lived in there?
Yeah,
that's what's up.
Weird, man. It's like kind of like a loft almost. You know what I mean? You walk up and he's got rooms up there, bathrooms and stuff.
It's like a place of business and stuff like that. But he had a party where it was some raw stuff that was going on.
We just went with Mnemonic there, and going to parties and just sessions, all types of stuff, man.
That's what's up, man. That's cool.
Yeah, crazy.
That's real
crazy
cool.
Stuff.
So, man, we need to talk about that beat battle event, man. That beat battle event was off the chain, man. Let's talk about that, man. It was well put together. My whole opinion of it.
Yeah, it was good, man. It was definitely your classic beat battle, man.
Yeah, it was kind of like some 8 Mile, right? Kind of like, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely classic,
but with doing beats and everything, and it was cool. I was surprised that I won 2 rounds. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shout out to Eddie.
It was
shout out to Eddie out there. You know what I'm saying? He won and everything, and
right.
Much love, much respect to him and everything, man. It was
right.
But man, I mean, I wasn't tripping off of winning or anything like that. I just wanted people to hear my music. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I think that's what a lot of the producers felt like. Shout out to all the producers that came through, and it's like, man, it was just, I've been to a few beat battles here and there.
Yeah.
But this one definitely had that it was definitely more of a traditional beat battle. You know what I mean?
Right,
it wasn't very there wasn't a whole lot. I mean, there was younger heads in there just like me, you know what I mean? Probably younger than I am, but
right.
They were still playing your classic hip hop beats, you know what I mean? Like chopped up records and samples and this and that. You know what I mean? There was a few cats in there that played, real modern sounding kind of stuff, which electronic kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Which is I still love it, but majority of it was classic hip hop kind of stuff, and I think it was a good experience. I think they're actually Beat Grade's actually probably going to put together another beat battle here pretty soon in July.
Oh yeah, sometime in July.
I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we are planning that with Mnemonic and the Pico Youth Center. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, you guys keep me posted on that. I could promote it here on Ethic Radio, and I probably can broadcast there, live while it's happening. You know what I mean?
Right,
so I wouldn't mind being a part of that.
Man,
and stuff
it should be a good time. You know what I mean? And it's at the Pico Youth Center. You know what I mean? So it should be all ages. You know what I mean? So it's a very open community. You know what I mean? Anybody can come and build. Anybody. You know what I mean? Yeah. So
that's
it's a lovely thing. Lovely thing.
Yeah, and they can find out at beatgrade.com.
Right. Beatgrade.com. Definitely, you can find everything out on the website. You know. So.
Yeah. That's what's up,
man. It's a good time.
That's what's up. So look, man, I'm about to play Sid Arthur Faithful right here on Ethic Radio.
Sure.
And it's a dope song. And to you listeners out there, we be right back. We finna have your heads knocked. This is a great song right here called Faithful by Sid Arthur right here on Ethic Radio.
Raise the bar, be the shit, love yourself, know your worth. Mook mean, you the mosque, you the God, you the church. You don't have to look around, inside is where you search. Not a preacher or a man, chapter 1, just the verse.
Cause you infinite, never underestimate your value cause you infinite. Sky's the limit, go and get your money cause you infinite. Since the infant ruler of the planet cause you infinite.
What's good? What's good? What's not? What's not? Everything is poppin', everything is hot. Everything is cool, everything is both. Tipping on a tightrope. I never let the weatherman determine my mood. Tight bolts, tight screws. I'm a pretty stubborn dude. Temporary situation called condition, call it truce. Cause my vibe too high, so your news don't apply. Tap into a higher frequency, I'm free as shit. Fire drama levitate with only lyrics from my lips. Lie shit is what I'm trying to say. I just try to keep it basic, like outer space. Like you never really seen a planet out of place. You never seen a planet sweat another planet's pace. A planet gets there when it gets there, it's never late. And when it gets there, it's never scared, it knows its fate.
I must be
never
faithful
hates.
to myself for
So
a
maybe
minute.
Pluto, I think Pluto might.
I was thinking my joy, used to not get it. Thank you for all of the rain.
Yeah, and I'm feeling hot as sriracha. I'm about to go full Chewbacca on everything life can offer. Often offer my ancestors offerings for abundance protection. Cause I ain't really in a killing. I don't really carry weapons. I'm more like really in a healing. For real, I'm really about this money right now. That's why I keep my vibe up, keep my adrenaline down. If you have too much drama, it's no room for blessings around. And I trust my heart more and wear a crown for intuition now. Even if I look asshole, I still would trust my prediction. I still would walk in my truth, cause I know that it's God-given. I take the truth and untwist it, spit it with ill diction. Try to talk to your spirit, it's happen, the ears hear it. I spit it there like I'm in, I command the mic like it's 10. Thou shalt not sweat the bullshit, take a deep breath, transcend it. Basically keep it stepping, know your peace is your weapon. Above all else, trust your body. If you listen to anybody, anybody,
I must be faithful to myself for a minute. I was thinking my joy, used to not get it. Thank you for all of the rain.
Yeah,
running and playing and sleeping in the evening and eating and drinking and breathing and freeing and love. You've been chillin' in the garden and the clothes were off. Then we saw the light, this when shit got dark. Love, 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 love.
what you do when your condition is straight toilet. Add a little heat every day till it's boiling. Set your intent with the sun in the morning. Take a deep breath in your lungs, steady yawning. And the star shining on kill, and I'm smoother than them dudes in $2,000 shoes. And the roof on fire, but it's cool cause I did that. Take that.
I must be faithful to myself for a minute. I was faking my joy, used to not get it. Thank you for all of
hop, it's got me stuck like a crack pipe. A fiend of hip hop, it's got me stuck like a crack pipe.
Yeah, you listening and tuning to Ethic Radio. I'm your host with the most, AC Ceenno, with my special guest, Ivory Black. Right there in the background, you just listened to one of his dope beats right here. That's hot.
Peace and love, peace and love.
You know what I'm saying? I know y'all bop y'all heads to that. Bop your heads to this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Ivory. Yeah, man, you got some hot tracks right here, dog.
Thank you. Yeah, man, that's it's called the Vicious Cycle Beat Tape Volume 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put that out maybe like 3 years ago or so, you know.
Yeah.
That was when I was going under the name Unite C, you know.
Right.
You can find it at soundcloud.com, Ivory Black, at Ivory Black, you know, / Ivory Black, IVORYBLVCK, you know. So yeah, check me out, man. That's the Vicious Cycle beat tape.
Yeah, that beat tape is dope, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I was listening to it, man, and I was like, wow, this was like some sick stuff right there, man. You got some good tracks, man. It's like you in that you have like a formula kind of like Dilla, DJ Premier. You know, it's like I can hear it in the roots of your music, your creativity.
Right. Yeah, and you know that's a lot of my influence, really. You know what I mean? And that's where, you know, I was really studying, you know, these cats like on you know, the underground tip.
Is there any other influences of hip hop that inspired you?
That I'm influenced by everything, man. Everything. You know,
name some artists that influence you.
Not just music, you know, not just music, but musically, you know, I'm inspired by obviously, you know, J Dilla. I mean, any self-respecting producer who's out right now in the underground game will give it up to J Dilla. You know, rest in peace.
Rest in peace to J Dilla.
Yeah, we'll give it up to J Dilla. Madlib,
yeah. Madlib was dope. He's dope.
DJ Premier, you know, Pete Rock, you know, and I'm just naming the classics, but cats that, you know, a lot of people haven't heard of that I'm inspired by, like, you know, people like this cat out of LA, you know, his name's After One, AFTA-1.
After One, yeah, I heard of that cat.
Yeah, After One, and he's kind of a lot like, you know, Flying Lotus, which I'm inspired by as well. You know, he's a lot like Flying Lotus. He does a lot of like spacey kind of you know, neo soul kind of stuff, R&B, you know, real spacey kind of stuff that's just gonna, you know, you can just sit there and listen to. You don't even have to hear rhymes, you know. It's just like pure instrumentalist. Like, he's a pure instrumentalist, you know. I was inspired by him, you know, Erykah Badu, you know.
What about the Jazz Liberators?
Yeah, of course, man. Jazz Liberators, you know, Q-Tip, Tribe Called Quest, Farside, you know, I could just go on forever and ever. You know, I'm inspired by everything, really, you know what I mean? It's like, I try, especially, you know, and somebody who really played a part in my sound, that a lot of people don't know about in the hip hop world, his name is Jun Seba.
Jun Seba?
Jun, he's a Japanese cat out of Japan, man, and you know, he goes by the names of Nujabes.
Where can we find him? I mean, what's his
Nujabes,
Facebook?
man, you can find him everywhere, man. You just you know, YouTube, Google, SoundCloud. It's spelled Nujabes, and that's actually his name spelled backwards. Seba.
Okay. Seba.
Yeah, Seba Jun. So, yeah, he's rest in peace to Nujabes, man. He actually passed away Kind of around the same time Guru Pip passed away from Gangstar, man.
Man,
And
that whole Guru situation, man, that's crazy too.
He played a huge influence on, and he's actually been compared a lot to Dilla. He's kind of like the Dilla of Japan. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's what's up. The Dilla of Japan.
Yeah, he's very smooth, jazzy producer, man. He did the original soundtrack for an anime, a Japanese anime on Cartoon Network or Toonami called Samurai Champloo.
Oh, that's
so
what's
if you
up.
go ahead and watch Samurai Champloo, all of the beats and all the music is produced by Nujabes.
And it's like very authentic, huh?
Very, very, very authentic hip hop, jazz. He does a lot of jazz stuff too. Actually, real jazz music. And
Right.
it played a huge influence in my sound as well. You know what I mean? So, peace to Nujabes.
Yeah. So is there but yeah, man, this is cool. So is there like anybody you like to give shout outs to out there?
Yeah, definitely, man, definitely. Other than the names that I already shout out, shout out to the people over here in the IE, man. I gotta give it up to the people out here in the IE, man. Shout out to Noah James. Shout out to Curtis King. Shout out to Waju. Shout out to David Mnemonic.
Beat Grade, David Mnemonic.
Beatgrade.com. Yeah, definitely, man. Shout out to him.
Y'all don't forget to sign up on Beatgrade at beatgrade.com. So if there's any of you producers out there that's trying to get your music heard and you're trying to make a breakthrough, sign up on beatgrade.com. Maybe your beats could be bumping on the next Beat Grade event. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just tell them that Ethic Radio sent you.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Sure. But yeah, man, it was good to have you on here on Ethic Radio, man. Really, speaking some real stuff, man. Like I said, man, keep doing your thing. What's the next thing for you, my friend? What's next for you? Where can people find you? Do you have a website that they can find you on, or a Facebook?
Yeah, mainly, anything musically, you can find me at soundcloud.com/Black Ivory, BLACK. You can find me at Facebook, my name, Coulter, COLTER. My last name, Cashier, CASHIER. You can find me on YouTube, which actually has a few videos of me doing some live beats. YouTube.com/16 boom bap, 16-bit boom bap. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm all over the place, but yeah, you can look for me at beatgrade.com. I'm posting stuff there. But yeah, man. Mainly just my music. Definitely SoundCloud. That's definitely my spot.
Yeah.
So,
man, you need to get some of them tracks on iTunes, man, and Google Play, man, so people can find your stuff and buy it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, I mean, quite honestly, I haven't really thought too much about, really marketing myself like that so much yet, just because, I'm still trying to, find myself within this music industry. You know what I mean? And, that's very difficult to anyone who's listening, who does the same. They should know that, finding yourself within this music industry is very hard, man. It's very, very hard to find your sound and kind of put yourself, kind of brand your stuff and,
Yeah, because branding is very important.
You gotta kind of have to decide with something and kind of just roll with it. You know what I mean? You kind of have to. It's just, it's hard, man. And try to, and I think a big part of that, is just me being who I am, man. I really try to be truthful to myself, man. I never try to put on a front. You know what I mean? A lot of people, man. A lot of people in this game, man. It's like a lot of people out here trying to front and act like this and that. You know what I mean? And that's a problem. That's a big problem. And it's hard, man. It's hard to put yourself out there like who you are, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like, you know, you kind of have to, it's weird, you have to find a balance, you know? So,
Yeah, you got to find a
but
balance.
the next thing for me, man, I would say, you know, just look out for little, you know, little music videos here and there. I'll probably be doing collaborations with Mnemonic, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I like to collaborate with you too, man, because you know I
Yeah,
do videos,
definitely, man,
videographer,
definitely.
documentarian. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, I'm always willing to build. You know what I mean? I love hip hop. To you know, it's in my veins. You know, it runs in my veins to the core. You know what I mean? So it's like it's who I am. You know, I can't get away from it. You know what I mean? I haven't really, you know, I've been out of the game. I've been on a little hiatus for a while now. You know, I've been out of the game for a couple years, but I'm still trying. You know, just this whole beat grade thing and the beat battle and people hit me up, man. It's like it's calling me. You know what I mean? It's literally calling me, and a lot of the stuff that's out there online is very, it's old, man. It's a couple years old now, so it's like it's still relevant.
well,
you know?
I'm gonna tell you what my father told me. Whatever you do today that's good will reflect tomorrow.
Definitely, man. And
so
that's real talk right there.
Here it is. After 3 years, your sound is being heard here on Ethic Radio.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And keep doing your thing, bro. And you know what I'm saying? And man, we got to come together and collaborate, you know, do some films and do some music and really stay in contact and stay affiliated and everything.
Yeah,
so,
of course, man. I made the decision, you know, once you get your feet in this hip hop game, like once you're hip hop, you are hip hop. You know what I mean?
Right.
It just stays with you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's something that shapes you, and it's you know, it's just a beautiful, beautiful thing that I wish more people understood. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think that's my mission is to help people understand. You know what I mean? What this is about, what it's truly, truly about. You know what I mean?
Real talk. Real talk.
The roots of it. You know what I mean? And so definitely, man. I mean, just saying that in itself, you know, should say, you know, I'm always willing to build, man. Always willing. You know?
You got to, man. You got to. Well, look, man, we about to close up out of here right quick. Man, Mr. Ivory Black, man, it is a pleasure to have you here on the air on Ethic Radio.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Anytime,
for having me,
man. You know, I'm gonna continue to keep playing your music on here too on some of these hip hop nights and stuff like that.
Definitely, man.
You know, and you know, MC Pierre, he sent me some music that I'm gonna be playing here on Ethic Radio real soon, and it is some hot tracks that I picked from his album. That's pretty dope. You know, we work at the same company and everything, so. Man, so we really gonna definitely be in contact, coming together and working together and stuff like that. So
yeah, definitely,
you know,
definitely.
so yeah, to all you listeners out there, I'd like to give a shout out to Denise and Lil Tink, and I'd like to give a shout out to A Son the Great, David Mnemonic from Beat Grade. Don't forget to sign up at beatgrade.com for any of you up and coming producers that want to get heard, that want to get a shot and want to get that exposure. Sign up with beatgrade.com, and don't forget to tune in to me at ethicrecordfilms.com. That's ethicrecordfilms.com and ethicrecordfilms.com/ethicradio. So we're about to close out right now, and I'm finna play one of these dope tracks right here. It's called Raw from the MPC by Ivory Black, and it's available now on SoundCloud. So I'm queuing it up right now. I'm finna bump this and close it out. So peace, much love, and have a good night. And you were listening to Ethic Radio After Dark right here. You're listening and tuning into
Ethic Radio.
Broadcasting live from Los Angeles, California.